Hi everyone, how are you doing today? I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm so excited to bring to you another panning project. This was created by Emily from the channel Emily and Max. I will of course be linking her down below. I'll be linking quite a bit down below actually. I'm going to link her video introducing this project. It has a bit more moving parts than your normal project pan. It's a really fun one, but it can be a little complicated at first, or maybe, I don't know, complicated is the right word. It's just got a little bit more, like I said, moving parts to it. So I'm gonna link her intro video where she explains everything in detail. Essentially, this project pan is based around a deck of cards. You randomly draw a card, which then is correlated to a prompt, to an item that you can then set a goal on. So I really wanted a cute deck of cards for this. So I actually have that ordered. So for this video, it's not here yet. So I'm just using an app that I found on my phone to use. So for my first go around with these prompts, this is a huge collaborative project pan. If you're into this, make sure and check out the enormous amount of other panners and creators who are participating in this project, both on YouTube and on Instagram. It was instantly popular when she mentioned it. So it's been one that people have just been hopping in on because it's just a really, really fun one. I personally like this type of randomized prompt type project. So I'm really excited to get into it. For my first go around here, I did draw my cards already, but I did screen record that for you. So I'm gonna quick put that up now. Okay, over here, I'm going to put up the board that is currently in rotation for this project. That's another fun thing about this project. The board will change each month, so the cards will correlate to different prompts. Such a cool idea. But you can see looking at the board that my very first prompt was the 9 of spades, which correlates to a fragrance. This made me smile because I immediately had to re-roll. I don't own a single fragrance. I don't own any body mists or anything, just because, first of all, they're not really my thing. I think I would probably own at least 1 or 2, however, but my husband is very, very sensitive to scents. Even with body lotions, I have to like wear them during the day when he's not home. So no fragrances for me. So I re-rolled for that one. The next card that I got was the 10 of diamonds, which the prompt for that is autumn. So anything that makes me think of autumn. So for this one, for autumn, I kind of waffled back and forth on what I was going to pick. I did end up choosing a lipstick. So this is a lipstick from Milani. It's in the shade I Am Confident. I hardly ever wear this lipstick, but I cannot get myself to get rid of it. It is like a brick red. Very autumny, right? So when I wear this, I never wear it at full opacity. That's a full opacity swatch there. I tend to put on lip balm first and then just kind of dab it on to give it that dark color. And I really like wearing it that way. This is a bit too much for me to wear just by itself, but I have not worn this hardly at all. So I have decided I'm gonna put it in the project, make myself get some use out of it. That's one of my goals this year, is to get some more use out of my lipsticks. However, since this is a color that is not in my comfort zone and I have a ton of other lip products I'm working on right now, I am going to just give myself a goal of 10 uses for this. In this project, I want to give myself a variety of goals, usage versus using up. So this is going to be one of the products, just 10 uses, although that will be, I think, difficult enough to do for me. The next card I drew was the 3 of spades, which is an influencer collab or brand. At first I thought, man, I'm not gonna have anything, but then as I started looking through my collection, I was like, oh man, I do have a few options here. I decided to go with a lip liner. I do not have a lip liner in any projects yet, so this is from Wayne Goss. This is his Essential Lip Pencil in the shade Mauve. That's kind of a heavy swatch of it there. I actually am wearing a little bit outlining my lips today. Actually, you can see it. Let's rub that in a little bit. So my goal for this one, I kind of waffled back and forth on it. I really like lip liner. I could wear it every day, basically. But I haven't really been using this one that much just because I don't know, I have other ones I reach for more often. So with this one, I really want to give myself a decent goal. Lip liners can last a really long time. So I've decided that for this lip liner, I want to use it all the way down to where the writing starts, right there. So that is well over an inch, or maybe it's around an inch. I'm terrible with estimating at that stuff. But yes, I want to use that much of this pencil. I'll be marking it later here on a piece of paper. And I feel like that will get really, really good use out of this. I really enjoy wooden lip pencils like this, and this is a great color. Next, I drew the King of Diamonds, which there's a different rule for the face cards from the deck. So for any king that you pull, you need to pull one of your oldest products. So So for this, I decided to go with my oldest blush. This is from Sugar Cosmetics. This is the Contour de Force Mini Blush in Peach Peak. I love this blush. You can't tell, I feel like it doesn't really show that much usage on it, but for the longest time, this was my only blush, and I wore it all the time. I would really like to pan this eventually. Not this year though. This year I'm more focused on using up cream blushes, but there you can see kind of a peachy swatch. I love it because it's not too pigmented, but it's really, really soft. It's a beautiful blush. My goal for this one, since I do kind of want to get really good use out of it and maybe prep it at some point for panning, even if it's next year, I want to use this 30 times. I do think that will be a challenge because I am very focused on using up my cream blush this year, or one of my cream blushes this year. But 30 uses I think will be a good start on getting some more use out of this blush. Next I drew another king. I drew the King of Hearts, so that will be another oldest product. I chose my oldest lip gloss, and that would be this mini from MAC. This is the MAC lip gloss in the shade Love Child. This is a bit of a gimme product. There is hardly anything in there, like it's way down here in the bottom. This is one of those products though that I've been wanting to use up and just kind of looking for a project to put it in. This is one of those products that would have been gone a long time ago, but I wouldn't let myself use it because I liked it so much, which is just ridiculous. It's just, there's hardly anything left. It's very annoying looking at this thinking how I could have had this out of my stash a long time ago if I had just let myself use it. So yes, my goal is to use this up. I think I'll be able to do that by the next update. Okay, and then my re-roll, since I couldn't use the fragrance prompt, is I rolled the 5 of clubs, and that correlates to a brand that you own the most from. I actually had to go through my stash and count. I thought for sure it was going to be ColourPop, but it wasn't ColourPop. It was Essence of all things. But it makes sense. I really love their blushes. I love their lip glosses. I love their lip liners. So I do have a lot from Essence. So I chose this brow product from them. This is their Make Me Brow, the eyebrow gel mascara with the filling fibers, and I have mine in the shade Brownie Brows. I actually am using it today in addition to a brow pencil. I do wish that the wand on this was a little bit smaller. I find that sometimes, especially when doing the tail of my brows, I can get a little wild and get a little messy. But for the most part, I like the tone of it. I have to be careful not to go too heavy-handed because it's actually a bit dark, but the tone is really good. So I don't know, my goal on this, I think my goal is just to use it up. I do think it will take me quite a long time. This might stay in the project for a while. That's all right. I kind of wanted to go through this year anyway. I actually just bought it last month, but this is one that was kind of in my routine in the first place. I've been using it anyway. So this will be great to put in the project, and I want to use it up. All right, there you have it guys for my intro to this project. And this is the first time encountering this project. I apologize if I didn't explain very much. There have been so many intro videos for this going up. I guess I didn't want to be too repetitive with everyone else who's been explaining the project. So if you're confused, definitely check out the creator's video that I will link below about how this project works. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I will see you soon in my next video. Bye!